Hello, brother. This is Maple Seed. Maple Seed don't have. Uh, this is the old Maple Seed before they fuck up. So the game is a attack speed. So therefore, we just don't have a green potion. Cause it caps at 8 attack speed anyway, so it doesn't make sense to have it. That's like a GMS only. No, it does not work. It's a attack speed hard cap, so it does not do anything at all. I mean, even if it's 10 attack speed, if you use speed infusion, speed infusion doesn't bypass attack speed cap. There's only like there's only two skills in the game that does that. It's Dawn Warrior and the green potion. That's it. Everybody else, and obviously the runes as well. Like if you pick a rune, right, like this rune. But other than that, like there's only three skills that does that. So, and speed infusion is not one of them. This is just for your knowledge if you go back and play GMS. Yeah, no worries. I mean, Maplestory is pretty complicated, especially with like um different versions. Like it's slightly different across the board. And I mean, if I'm assuming you're an English speaker, so if you're an English speaker and you try to Google Maplestory information, you're always gonna get GMS results, which is not accurate. Hello, Leggy. How are you? I'm playing a Corsair. Now this is not in-game BGM. It's RuneScape. I'm playing RuneScape BGM on the background. So yeah, nothing to do with Maplestory. I mean, you can always play RuneScape as an adult, but like the RuneScape population is all like 30s anyway. Archers are the easiest to play, but because archers are the easiest to play, their the damage ceiling is not very high. Um, Evan is super hard to play, but the damage ceiling is very high. So like, if you're very good with hands, Evan can do a lot of damage. But if you're very bad, then Evan doesn't do much damage. That's the problem. Adele's also really hard to play. I think Evan is harder, but Adele is like also pretty hard to play. Like, I mean, it's slightly easier than Evan. For for bossing, like early boss in general, it's really not about burst and like DPS card. They're like the same because like the early game bosses they are stationary, so like both types of classes gets the same amount of damage in. If you just want to do like the most amount of damage, it's just look at the shadow or benchmark. Like that will tell you. Um, like that will literally tell you like which one does more damage. But as you get to a higher level bosses like end game boss, the game starts to favor burst classes only because like a lot of people are really bad at the game. Like when I say bad, the game I mean like hands, like their hands is really bad. So it's the easiest to play a burst class because you just need because most of your damage is in the burst. So you, like every 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you just need to play for like 30 seconds, and that's all your damage. And then the rest 2 minutes, you can just like focus on surviving. And that's like that's the good thing about it. Um, but like that doesn't matter for like early game. You know, this you don't. It's the boss is like very easy. Yeah, I mean like for Malone, you have to get a stun. Like you get a everybody gets a stun at 5th job. There's nothing you can do about that. The best burst class in game is like Light Lord. I'm not sure what other classes like is also as good. Alright, sorry guys, I'm just like playing around with the chat box to make it like easier for you guys to read. Yeah, newer players just play Paladin. Like that's like the simplest class. The for Paladin you have to understand yeah, actually Paladin right now is actually really good. The reason why I didn't like Paladin before was because it was very hard for Paladin to get a party in the back then, but that has like since changed. Like people are a lot more welcome of Paladin now, only because it's like the player base has finally figured out how to play Paladin and how to get the Paladin buffs off. Back then, it's like the Chinese community was giving Paladin a bad name because like during burst, they wasn't buffing their party members, so their party member, the link, was not, the divine link was not like giving the party member 30% final damage. Solo wise, Paladin's the damage is very low, but in the duo setting, Paladin has very high damage. So if you're trying to like solo bosses, you know, so if you're trying solo bosses, Paladin, you're gonna have to like work a lot harder for Paladin. I mean, like in terms of damage, just refer to the Shadow benchmark on Discord. It's not up to date, but it's pretty close. Yeah, we're gonna need like a couple more weeks to let people's nose stones maxed out. Then we could start working on an updated version of the Shadow benchmark. But until then, you're gonna have to use the updated, the old one. But it's pretty close. Every time they release a new boss, they'll have to decrease the reward pool from the older boss because NXPC is fixed per week. So in order to make room for the new bosses, the older boss needs to get their reward needs to decrease. That's just how it works. Alright, I think we'll fix the chat. Alright, this is the best I could do for the chat. You guys gonna have to deal with it. I mean, you gotta understand, this is a Web3 game, right? It's, you know, it's not charity. It's not like, it's not supposed to be, you play this game like a job, and then you don't have to find a job in real life. You know, like this is not, Web3 games is not meant to be a full-time job, right? It's just, like any game that allows free-to-play to be a full-time job is not sustainable. Like, that's just the harsh reality of it. The reason why NXPC is down 90%, well, over 90%. The reason why NXPC is down 93% from all-time high is because they were giving out, they made this game a literal job for people in the third world country. Like, for a lot of third world country, if you play Maplestory free-to-play full-time, like a free-to-play extractor, you can extract enough Nisos and NXPC to make more money than a banker in third world countries. So like everybody was extracting, which then, you know, caused the token price to crash by over 90%. But you know, if you guys are like joining in after you heard stories of your neighbor getting rich off Maplestory in the third world country, it's too late for you. It's too late. They have since reversed course. That's gone now. That's like last year. It's gone now. If you're playing now, like a new player coming in, thinking that that's what you're gonna get, no, you're not. It's you're not making shit as a free to play. And somebody needs to tell you that, and that would be me. If you swipe, this is not a bad version. Technically, this version is cheaper to swipe than Web 2. It's a lot cheaper than Web 2. Like I'm basically whale in this game, but with the amount of money I spent, it's like piss poor compared to GMS or like a Web 2 Maplestory. Like with my spending level, I do not deserve to be where I'm at. That's because Web 3 is cheaper. Like Web 3 has a lot of beggars, because the population of Web 3 has more beggars than Web 2. Right? It just makes it cheaper. That's just how it is. I like Web 3 games because, like, my competition is like third world country. So it's like it's so much cheaper for me if I ever want to do well. And of course, obviously, like if I quit, I could get back a little bit of my money back. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna all I, but yeah, like that's the allure of Web 3 game for me. Like it's tradable, so when I quit, I could always recover a son of my money back. I don't expect to recover everything. Now, like a short term, if you play Web 3 game and it pumps, that's when you exit and become rich. But with so many like shitcoins out there, a lot of retail people is like poor. Like it's the coins don't pump anymore. It's very hard. Listen, brother, like if you're free to play and you're trying to make money from Maplestory, you're better off playing a Web 2 Maplestory and like sell Nisos, like real world money trade. Yes, you will get banned for doing that in the Web 2, but like just make a new account. Like when you farm enough and you sell it every 2 months, Yes, you will get banned after selling it, but I just restart. You're still gonna make more than playing Maplestory N. Like that's just the reality of it. Like the reason why you could like sell Web 2 Maplestory Nisos is because Web 2 has like whales, like real whales, like whales that spend $100,000 a year. In Maplestory N, like a very small amount of, I think like very small amount of people actually spends $100,000 a year. Off the top of my head, I think like 2 people that did that. Like, one is Wildflower, which his wallet name is Link. The second player is Flame. I think they both spent over $100,000, and that's just like 2 people. In Web 2, like $100,000 is like literally any whale. It's like $100,000, right? That just put things into perspective. Like why there's a lot more demand in Web 2 than Web 3, right? The Web 3 demand is very small from the whales. So that's why like, we don't have the economy to support gold farmers. But Web 2 can support gold farmers, like a bunch of people. Maple Web 2 is like, it's not, what do you mean? It's called Maplestory. Web 2 is just Maplestory. Bro, like, every single Web 2 game is designed to allow free to play to catch up. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they give so much free shit to new players. Like every Web 2 game. That is super easy to progress. Like that's the whole point of Web 2 games. It's like, free to play can make it. That's why Web 2 games is more fun for free to play. Because the events give you so much stuff, they give you so much progression items. Because they have cash up, they don't have crypto, they have cash up. Is there many maps left in the future updates? For 5th job, there's only one more map. It's called Tenebrous. It's like a whole new zone. So if you go to Arcane River, right, you have another section here called Tenebrous, and that's it. But Tenebrous has like, it's pretty big though. It has like what, like maybe 20 or 30 maps in there. MSU headquarters in Abu Dhabi. Yes, is in Abu Dhabi, but then is their core developers is in Korea. Like the super technical boys, like the really good ones, they're in Korea. How do I know? Because if you go on Nexon's job posting, they will say they always, every time they're hiring like a senior director or like a tech lead, it says the office location is Korea. But like the marketing boys and like the operation boys, they're in Abu Dhabi. But like the technical people, like the really good ones, they're in Korea. But like the non-technical staff is in Abu Dhabi. Should we all move to Web 2? I mean, if you're free to play, yeah, you should move to Web 2. But if you're like whaling, Web 3 is great because it's cheaper. Boss progression? And that boss progression, they're in 6th job, bro. We are in 5th job. You know, we are like 1 job away. We're like 3 or 4 years behind. It's gonna take us like 3 years minimum to catch up. Last one, okay? Hello, Mr. Pan. Now, what do you mean? I stream like twice a week. This is my 2nd time of the week, man. This is my quota. It's, twice a week. I'm always streaming twice a week. That's the bare minimum I'm putting in. Is it mandatory to have magnet pad in higher level maps? Yes, yes. For 5th job maps, because you see these maps, it's like there's like a bunch of platforms like this. Like they have a fuck ton of platforms like these. They purposely designed these maps like that so that you have to get a magnet pad. Like if you don't get a magnet pad for these, it's like your NISO rate gets like cut by like 30% or 30-40%. So it's actually very significant. But the good thing is, right, they sell temporary magnet pads in the web shop for 30 days for 1 mil, 1.5 mil, so you can always like do that. My thoughts on EOD quitting. I took a look at his channel. Brother went on to play Fire Emblem, and then insanely said EOD quit because he couldn't clear hard will. So I had to fact check Insanely, because sometimes Insanely says a lot of shit that's not true. So like obviously I want to give EOD the benefit of the doubt, right? So I look up EOD's characters. EOD's split his 100. EOD has a bishop 120 mil, maybe 130 mil bishop, but then he split his bishop into 250 million bishops. And his higher level bishop, he did clear hard will. He actually cleared hard will before I did. To put that into perspective, and that's really good though. Like I cleared it on like Saturday morning, I think. He cleared on Friday. That's really good. That's really fast. Like that's like ahead of a lot of people. Like majority of the player base. Then the second bishop, he could not clear hard will. He did normal will instead. So I think it's because he's in Eins. Right now, Eins has the lowest clear rate. Eins actually has the biggest hard will pool than across all servers. And to put it in perspective, I'm in Fang, and you guys know I pissed off my initial party, right? Obviously, I actually never played with them. because I pissed off my entire party because they didn't show up in time and practice, right? Because they didn't want to practice. So I then had to find a new party, right? And with my new party, I cleared in Saturday, and it was still, I mean, it was still a struggle for us, right? And then on the on the second week, I just cleared them 6-man, which I shouldn't have cleared them 6-man because 6-man is not efficient, right? Because everybody is trying to optimize party for 3-man, 4-man clears right now. And because of that, last week, right, this was 50%. This was 52% last week, I think. See, right now the week haven't even ended yet. It's 34%. So that just means people are like clearing with lower combat power because people practice. And I couldn't even find people to do 4-man with me. Like 4-man, nobody wanted to do 4-man. Like it's crazy. There's just not no population to do it. Like a lot of people, they rather prefer to do 6-man, no struggle, or like nobody wanted to struggle 4-man because 4-man is a minimum clear, so it's gonna be like a 25 minutes survival or or 28-minute survival, and they don't want to suffer. So put that into perspective, I'm struggling in Fang, and I have more people. There's more players than Ainz. So EOD over here, he's trying to find party. I could see him struggling trying to find a party, a second party, for Hardwell in his server. Right? Izani said his friend, Paxson. Paxson's main character is the Peter, but I wouldn't believe the Peter though, because that brother is not exactly known for good hands either, right? And what do you like? Bad players like to call other players bad because they're bad, because they don't know who's good and who's not, because they're bad. Like if I'm bad, I wouldn't know if somebody's better than me because you're bad. Like how do you know, right? It's like the best example is like if you play League of Legends, that you just like the meme of saying the Reddit server trying to teach pro players how to play the game. Right? It's kind of like that example, right? So like, I wouldn't trust insanely source as Paxson, because that brother is not exactly good either. Like that brother did worse than Amy in Mulan Dojo, and he has a higher combat power than Amy. Like that's to put things into perspective. Like Amy is not exactly a good hands guy, right? And I make fun of him for it. And that guy is worse than Amy. Like, come on, guys. Just saying, guys. Just saying. Right? So you can't really you can't trust that, right? I do know, like from what I know, right, based on EOD's performance, of the videos that's out there, he definitely plays better than me. In Hard Lucid, he has more. He could clear Hard Lucid with more lives than me consistently, as well as do like Hard Lotus solo way before I did. I could do Hard Lotuses now because like I put in hours to practice, right? And like anybody who put in hours to practice, you can become good. Like Pohan is now good. You just need to practice, right? But the fact that EOD did it before me, it just means that either one, he practiced, or he just has better hands, right? Either way, the fact that he clears most content before me, it just means he's better, right? That's just how it is. Like we gotta be neutral and realistic on this, right? You can't, like, it's not fair to have bias. I know obviously like everybody has bias, but I'm trying to be as neutral as possible. And from my neutral perspective, I think EOD is better than me, right? I'm just being honest. Irrespective of like, regardless of what EOD does in his own channel and like, how he monetizes content, that's a different story. But like, in terms of as a player, he's better than me. I'm just being realistic here. Yeah, and like going back to his story though, I because he couldn't, and also like in this patch, it's hard will. The use of bishop is very minimal if your entire party is good. Like if your entire party 6-man like have a hands better than me, like if the average of the party is better than my hands, you don't need a bishop. You don't, because it's not a burst boss, it's the DPS boss. So if you get a green dot DPS, it's better than a blue dot bishop. So EOD, his bishop is like blue dot. The reason why it's blue dot hard will is because he's 50 mil. He's level 248. It's green dot, I think. Because he has the levels. and the arcane symbols, but his other bishop 242, he's missing levels, he's missing some symbols, so he's not green dot, he's blue dot. Now, as a blue dot bishop, a lot of parties is gonna, like, as long as they are better than me, right? I'm the standard here. They would rather pick a DPS, do it faster, or do it with like 5-man than a blue dot bishop. That's just how it is. Especially Ainz has more Korean players, which means they are more knowledgeable of the game, so they will understand that. But if EOD is in Eri or Fang, he would have been able to successfully scam double hard will, because the population of I used the wrong skill. The population of Ainz and Eri, the population of Eri and Fang has more Chinese people, and Chinese people is not really like knowledgeable of the game. So because of that, I find it hard for him to scam hard will like he did in hard lucid. He basically made like a couple bishops, like 3 or 4 bishops, minimum clear hard lucid, like 20-30 mil. And he minted like 6 billion. Dude, 6 fucking billion for a hard lucid patch. He made bank, dude. So he tried to repeat that process again in hard will. But it doesn't work this time because, one, he's in the Korean server, who are way more knowledgeable of the game than everybody else. Right? And two, like, because of that, like, they don't need a bishop. So he tried to repeat that. So I think because of that, he's frustrated. And when you're frustrated, you probably want to quit. Like, yeah, like that's my assumption, right? I don't know if that's true, but that's my guess. I think that's like makes the most logical sense. I mean, you could say you have a decade of experience, like, of anything online. There's no proof, right? I mean, like, starting out, you could tell EOD has like very poor Maplestory experience, like starting out. But over time, as he like play Maplestory longer and longer, like he started researching and he becomes a better player. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like last year EOD was not a very knowledgeable player, but this year he is now a very knowledgeable Maplestory player. Right? You gotta code it like I'm just coding it, you know. I'm just coding it. Like, I truly think like 2025 EOD is like a very poor knowledge Maplestory player, but 2026 EOD is a very knowledgeable player. That's just how it is. I mean, I don't blame him for saying that. He has to say that, otherwise he's not gonna get views. Like, because you know you need street credit. Whether the street credit is correct or not is a different story, but you still want to have street credit, right? Otherwise you get no views. Because I think people say EOD's main job is to be a content creator, right? For me, it's different, right? I like, you know, I have a day job, and you know, I do this for fun, so like I don't have a pressure to get views or like sell memberships. I don't. So it's like a different story, right? If I ever lose my job and I have to go into full-time streaming or full-time content creator, then yeah, I have to do clickbaits. I have to fake street credits. But like this is like, but like that's true for across all content creators, not just EOD, right? So you can't really blame him for that. You can only blame the industry. You know, that's just how the industry is. Like everybody does that, you know. Like I don't even blame him for it. You know, he's just doing what he gotta do to get views. Is the game in danger of shutting down? At this rate, no, not at this rate. They are reverting course, right? Like I always said, the thing that they did last year, you know, allowing free to play to extract money, treat Maplestory as a full-time job. Yeah, the game is gonna shut down. I remember. I don't know like how many people is here like since last year. I always said like if they kept that up, the game is gonna shut down in 2 years, right? But the thing is they stopped, right? They stopped. A lot of you guys who's like free to play, you guys are struggling now. So that's good. That's gonna keep the game going for the next couple of years. You think NXPC will go up now? No, they need to do more. The current patch and changes will only allow NXPC to stabilize at the 20-cent range. Back then, if nothing was done back then, we would have been 10 cents. Right now, what they're doing is only enough to keep it at the 20-cent range. They still have a lot to do to like get this up. So like basically they are missing, like for Web3 games, token price to go up, you need staking system. And the staking system cannot award you a huge amount of interest. So the last 2 times they did staking system, it was Banshee stake and Binance stake. The Banshee stake was like 40% APR. Binance stake was about 60% APR on average. Like you cannot give that much. That's way too much. Because you give up so much APR in stake, it has a very high inflation. So when you have high inflation, right, the price goes down because a lot is being minted. But if you have like a stake that's like gives you like a 5-10%, that's very sustainable. 5-10% a year is sustainable. That will help keep the price up because it will encourage people to like stake long term and not keep dumping. So the strategy, like what I did, when the stake came out, what I did to make money was like I stake and every time I get interest, I sell. So like, yes, I stake, but I also sell. So like I was part of the problem. I was dumping. So because of that, right, like the other people who did stake as well, like we basically crashed that hard. So if they were gonna do stake, they have to like lower the interest rate. I mean, I definitely benefited from the stake, but like you have to lower the interest rate. Otherwise, it's just gonna have a sell pressure. No, the stake has ended already. I'm delta neutral on the stake, so like I still have it. Like, I mean, I still have the NXPC. I didn't do anything to it. Only because it's like the funding rate that I have. It's like I'm getting paid in funding rates for keeping my position open. The hedge. I'm keeping the hedge open. I actually get paid in funding rate interest. So like fuck it, I just have it open. But like honestly, like if you want this game's token price to do well, they have to like nuke the free to play. Like the free to play needs to go. Like I'm not sure if you next week. Well, actually no, not next week. Sorry. Like if you guys have the data, you can see that a lot of Nisos is being minted by free to play, and the amount of money they have deposited is way less compared to the mint, right? So you have a net withdrawal. Anytime you have a net withdrawal, you're causing sell pressure. And what the sell pressure does, it just lowers the price. So I mean, like if you want the thing to go like, if you want the token price to go up, you just have to like get rid of free to play. There's plenty of free to play things to get rid of, right? Like what is this? Well, hard wheel. What's the Nisos 300 mil? But like what is this? This is 1 bill, right? Why? Like what's this question mark, right? Like this is 1 bill, and then this is the hardest boss in game, by the way. This 200 mil. Right? I mean, this is little things like that. It adds up. For the non-free to play, the best investment is like an 8 million character, I think. Maybe a 10 million character. That's like the best investment you could do. 10 million combat power, and so every week you want to farm like 40 hours a week. This is only good if you can play 40 hours a week though, right? This the caveat is 40 hours a week. 40 hours a week, 10 million character, and you just farm at Morass, or you farm at the map that I was currently at, the plunging depths. And then now the problem with this is you are required to keep up in levels every patch, because every patch they're gonna change the Niso's recovery rate slowly. So you want to be keeping up in levels so that if they do change the recovery rate to be high level only, you'll be ready. Right, that's like the only bad part about that. It's you're required to like keep loading. But the good thing is that anytime they release a new patch, and if the Niso's on the lower level map is better, you could then sell your character and restart at a lower level, right? And your character level is profit, and the Niso you pick up obviously, right? And that's like how you cash out. Guess? I'm guessing Chaos Slime, but that's my guess. What character is best? Any character with a lot of summons. So, Thief class, Corsair, Archers, they're all good. Not Mercedes though. Every Archer, no, I think just Bowmaster then. Sorry, yeah, no, forget Archer, just Bowmaster. Bowmaster, any Thief class, Corsair. I think that's it. Like, there's not much like chill class. Corsair is probably the best. I'm gonna say that right now. Like Corsair is the best going forward in the future for doing this. It's called Corsair, baby. You could start 230, honestly. You just make slightly less at 230. 230 Morass, Bodhi Bolivar is like the best. It's a lot cheaper, 230. Because if you buy 235, 240, it's like a lot more expensive. So it's like kind of like a waste of money. You can always start at lower level and just level it yourself. But make sure you buy a character that has the nodes. Cause like Corsair is very nodes hungry class. Like that's the downside of Corsair, is like they need so many fucking nodes. But oh yeah, I forgot. Dawn Warrior is also very very good. Dawn Warrior extremely good at farming as well. And Dawn Warrior's node requirement is very low. So keep that keep Dawn Warrior in mind. And actually, like, and also like Dawn Warrior is better than Corsair in bossing, like, as like a low budget bossing. Cause like if you go to a party, if you're playing Corsair and like if your combat power is not like the highest in the party, you're not that good. Like if your combat power is the lowest in the party, nobody wants a Corsair as the lowest combat party, right? Because you know you're literally only doing DPS. You have no nothing to bring to the table. But if you're the lowest combat power as a down warrior, people is more likely to accept you than Corsair because down warrior has a lot of party buffs, which will help the party as a support class. So you can also put down warrior like as a consideration. It just depends on like you also need to consider you're gonna be grinding 40 hours a week. Like if you hate this class, you're not gonna be able to grind 40 hours a week. Like for me, I hate Paladin. It's impossible for me to grind 40 hours a week at Paladin. Like fuck, it's impossible for me to grind 10 hours a week on Paladin. So like like so it's for me I can never play Paladin because majority of time in Maplestory now the meta is to grind. And because of that, right, Paladin will not be it. Well, Mr. Pan, it depends on whether you enjoy grinding on bug or not, right? If you don't enjoy grinding on bug, then you have to switch, right? That's the whole point. I think going forward, the meta is gonna be farming. The guys like, look at this. I farmed 12 million already. It's only 6 days. I'm making 2 million Nisos a day, farming. Like all you people don't make 12 million a week doing weekly balls. Unless you're doing like normal will, you're not making more than me in farming monsters. Like that's just the reality of this. Like like farming you make so much money farming compared to bossing now. A BM Bowmaster, yeah, Bowmaster is good for farming, but Bowmaster is just shit for bossing. Like it's complete dog shit. Okay, give it to you. All right, bye. Um, if you're gonna have this problem now, Mr. Pan, you're gonna have to get used to it because I'm telling you, future maps gonna get worse. It's gonna get more elongated. It's gonna get more vertical. So if you hate it now, you might as well uh make the jump. Um, there is only one map that's like good for every single class. Is Limia. That's a level 260 map, but that's only one map. You also need to consider 6-job maps, right? Like 270 plus. It's gonna get worse. It doesn't get better. Um, but once they release 290 and 280 content, the 6-job ascent skills, then every class is fun to grind. Like every class becomes viable to grind because of you get this skill called the Soul Janus. Works like an Erda shower, but you get like better, like a better version of the Erda shower, and that makes every class viable for grinding. Right, but that's like low 280 content, right? That's still 2 more years. So we need to think about how we're gonna survive for the next 2 years. You can always like sell your shit and then buy bug back in 2 years. But like, I don't know if you want to suffer for 2 years though. Bowmaster is alright, and it's alright. Bowmaster is alright now in Maplestory N, honestly. Because with like V4 skills, it's not too bad for them. They're a lot better than when I initially made the benchmark. Because back then the benchmark was V2. Well, V4 they're okay. I mean, like, they're not like extremely bad. I mean, it's better. It's a lot better than shit like fucking Blaze Wizard. No, I think meals are dead. You gotta pick one character and main it. Because it's very difficult for you to earn these souls if you don't main a character. Like, I mean, like what? Like, this is Corsair. I could just, like, it's pretty chill here. I just stand here. And you can see how much monsters I get a minute, you know? Like, I'm not even pressing my key. This is Corsair. Yeah, guys, see that? Like, just chill. How many meals for best optimal time? What do you mean by meal? Like, I don't have any meals. I mean, I have sickness oats, but that's it. Party CP. I think is 100 mil plus 6 man. I'm preparing for the 100 mil 6 man just in case, but I think that's probably it. Like, I mean, otherwise, all those whales gonna complain again. They should make it 100 mil. I mean, just gonna be chaos slime with like a fuck ton of HP. It's not about, dude. The whales don't care about what kind of a challenge. The whales just care about not drinking from the same pool of piss as the poors. Because drinking from the same pool of Neasels as the poors is beneath them. Like that's what made them upset. I don't know if you guys watched my my rant video, my 1 hour long rant. I show you multiple instances of past behavior from the whales. Right? For them, it's never about the rewards. It's never about how much money they make. It's about not drinking from the same piss as the free to play, as the poors. Right? I proved in the video. Right? Like back then, when we first initially released Hard Damien and Hard Lotus, like only one party in the server can clear it, and they all make 4 million each from that shit. And all the whale was fucking happy. Like over 4 million a week. Was 4 million a week a lot? No, like brother, like a free to play can make 4 million right now, you know. But they were happy. That's because nobody was drinking from that 4 million pool, right? Besides the whales, like no piss poor free to play is drinking from that shit, and they feel great about it because they don't want to be in the same status as the poors, right? And like this another thing. Like how many of those whales you guys see in Discord? None. It's because Discord, the official Discord, has a lot of poors, and like breathing the same air as the pores makes them get itchy. You know, there's like an itch on the skin. You know, they're allergic to poor people. Like that's why you don't see whales on Discord. And I'm not making this shit up, right? Like I have some friends, and I asked them about it. That's literally how they feel about the official Discord. It's like the poor man's aura is too great. That's why they don't go there. Like I didn't even make this show up. I didn't even make it up. Like I literally like got this from like people that I spoke with. And I think they made that clear, right? Not having to drink with the pores is what they want anyway. So they just gonna have sea slime, you know, easy shit. Not a hard boss, because you know, like not a lot. Not the whales aren't very good mechanically, right? You gotta consider that. Um, so they need an easy boss, but a boss with a lot of HP, so that the free to play and the pores can kill it. Like guys, like you know, like not naming who, but like there was a party with over 100. There was multiple parties over 100 mil combat power average, like 6 man. Like struggle hard whale for days. It's not just one party, multiple whale parties. 6 man, 100 mil plus. They struggle that shit for days. It's also why, like I was so aggressive with my party members, requiring them to like go fucking practice easy will, right? And my part and you know people got upset with me, which is fine. You know it's fair. But like I didn't come up with that bullshit myself. It's because I see every fucking guy, like every fucking whale struggling. Because you know they have an ego, they don't want to practice. And what do you see, right? The whale struggling because they didn't practice. Well, they don't want to practice alone, right? But that's the thing, right? It's so I think sea slime fits the bill. Chaos slime, right? Easy ass shit boss, a boss that the whales don't need to practice. Uh, uh, just stick a bunch of like HP to that shit, like buff the HP by 100 times. It gets the job done. The whale's gonna be fucking happy. Like first of all, you gotta consider like whales are like fucking upset because they spend 10 hours, 20 hours practicing, and that's like 10 hours, 20 hours more than average. Because like every single one of these guys play at work, wink, wink. So like for the first time in like 6 months, you're forcing these whales to play your fucking game for 20 hours in like 3 days, or maybe even 2 days. Like you understand the amount of stress these whales are having. And so they're stressed out, they're pissed off, and then and guess how it feels when you find out 2 days later that fucking pores are drinking from the same pool as you. You're gonna be even more pissed off. So what happens, right? The rants come on Twitter. No, no, the end game is not a challenge. The end game is about status, right? It's about status. It's about exclusive to you, right? You don't want to be associated with the poor. Like that's what it is. That's like this is like the same for all games, right? It's not just Maplestory. Like every game is like that. Um, I'm gonna correct you on GMS. GMS doesn't need a lot of practice compared to Maplestory N and KMS. Because GMS is full of like the Western people, you know, the Western monkeys. They don't exactly have good hands. So how do you fix that? You release Familiar system, more power. You release xWcLuckz system, more power. You release um Japanese maps, Kana rings, more power. Right? You buff the equipment like Arcane, right? My arcane shoes, right? It's 9, 6, 12. You know what the stats will be in GMS? It will be 10, 7, 13. They have 1 extra % over us on Arcane potentials. Why is that? Because they're fucking ass. They're dog shit. So they need all these extra stats. They get fucking 81 6. They get 300. No. They get 330. They have 300% boss damage from familiars, and the familiars also fucking heal, by the way. Like, so you know like how I struggle with hard will because I can't heal there because it's potion lock. Yeah, because like GMS people is so dog shit. Like they have familiars healing you, so you don't care about your potion is locked. You just have a familiar heal you, and then your familiar gives you 300% boss damage. Like, what the fuck, man? And then your equipment gives you 1% extra, right? So like how for us it's like 12%, they get 13%, right? So you can't say GMS is about practice. No, it's because they're fucking dog shit. They don't practice. Those stuff coming. No. That's GMS exclusive. It's the white people buff. Now we're never gonna get like 13% potentials. That's different. That's like GMS white people stuff. Yeah, we're having Android and Soul, but that's how it's always been in game. Like, it's just that for Maplestory N they have decided to withhold that um, at a later date, which is fine. But for familiar and 13% nonsense, that GMS is exclusive. Like, it's not available in Maple Sea and it's not available in KMS. Our version is based off of Maple Sea, which is based off of KMS. Who are the two worst regions? The Chinese and the white people. Right? The white people plays GMS, right? And the Chinese plays, Taiwan or China, right? No, KMS does not have familiar. That's why it is like, like if you party with the Koreans, they tend to be a lot better. Like, find a random ass Korean in Maplestory N, they're better than me by a lot. Find a random ass Chinese, it's a 50-50 coin flip. You either have a Chinese who's really bad, like worse than me, or you find a Chinese who's really good, right? It's like, that's a coin flip. But like, if you find a Korean, it's like, 10 out of 10 they're better than me. Like, I'm not even like licking Koreans, but that's just fat, like, that's just a reality. It's because Koreans, they play Maplestory on KMS server with like, without, the boss is not handicapped, right? They have less stats. The bosses are stronger. They have no heals. So like, you have to learn the mechanic. You have to play the game like in hard mode. Compared to like, GMS or like Chinese Maplestory, like this shit is like easy. GMS, the regular server, not reboot, they have a ring that can let you stun the boss for another 10 seconds. So they have triple 4x stun. Like, they actually have 4x stun. So basically what you do is you party 0 is a class. 0 has 2 stuns. Then you stun with the cash out ring, that's 3 stuns. Then you stun it again with origin. Guess what happened? The fucking boss doesn't move for 50 seconds, dude. That's fucking insane. And you just repeat that over and over again. Yeah, I played GMS like a couple years ago. GMS also has a God mode ring. So it's not actually God mode, but it gives you a shield. So basically, like a lot of attacks that does 100% damage, like 100% HP damage. Like, you could test tank it. No, Oz ring is different. Oz ring is available in KMS. That's different. That's just like burst ring. It's a cash out ring. It's not a cash out ring. It's a cash out item. You put it on your inventory, and then you don't have to equip it. You just unlocks a skill that lets you stun. It's called Kana's treasure or some shit. No, it's called like Kana's earring or some shit like that. But that's GMS exclusive. Because people are fucking dog shit. Like, because the whales, they have money, but like, that doesn't mean that they're good at the game. So they have to like release items to allow whales to bypass boss mechanic. And you could do that by selling them like, a $10,000 ring or a $10,000 earring, like cosmetic item that has these like extra skills. and they will buy it, and that's like $10,000, like easy. Selling level 200 characters. Um, it depends, right? If you don't have enough money to make a 10 million character, you have to keep selling characters, right? Like the only time your like a main character is only worth it if you can get it to 10 million. If you can't get to 10 million, it doesn't do it. It doesn't do shit. ROR stands for Ring of Restraint. You will equip a ring that cannot be potential, so the ring has no potential. So like the ring acts like a local ring, like this, but it gives you a skill. The skill is it puts a barrier, like it puts like a you summon like a ball, not like a ball, you summon like a dome, like this kind of shape, and while inside the ball, you get like a fuck ton of stats. I think you get like a fuck ton of damage stats. Percent damage. I think like maybe like 100 or 200% or some shit like that. And you can't move on it. If you move on it, you lose the ball. And it lasts for like 15 seconds or like 20 seconds. So basically, it's like you stun the balls and then you pop the ring, and then you just get like 100% damage buff. And the ring has a cooldown. I think the cooldown is like 3 minutes or something like that. So basically, it's like you just burst it. Like that's like the burst meta. You wait 3 minutes and then you just like pop all the rings and stuff, and then you just burst it. But like, I'm actually very interested whether I wonder if we're ever gonna get like the rings, the Oz rings. Technically, it's in KMS, so that we might be able to get it in the future. But I don't think they're gonna release it anytime soon, because if they release it, it's gonna allow like low level combat power people clear harder bosses. They might release it for like maybe Black Mage if it's too hard. Estimate budget 10 mil. I wouldn't know, like maybe like maybe 300 mil. Probably like 250 mil maybe. Yeah. But that's assuming you have a decent amount of like NFT already. No, I don't think we're gonna get 2 minute patch until after 6 shop. Cause they can't just count. They can't just like. It's too hard for them to redo the math for like 2 minutes. If they release it after 6 shop, they just copy the numbers from KMS, so it's like less work. The budget includes a 230 character with like boost nodes max, but not V skills maxed. So just boost nodes only. Because the characters right now is like very cheap. It's like, you know, you could get like 235, you know, high level nodes for like 100 mil. So, you know, so the rest is like 150 million gear. So it's like, yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, but it's around like 300 mil. For the flame, you can't farm it. I mean, you could farm it if you like chase down the black mage minions. So they have a small chance of dropping. You know, it's like a 1%. If you kill 100 of them, you get like a flame coupon. But the coupon could be red flame or the white flame. But it's not worth your time. You're better off just buying it from the web shop if you're a rush. If you're not rushing, then just buy the life cores. What is it? This one, right? So if you kill this, there's like a 1% chance of dropping a coupon, a flame coupon. Kill this guy. Yeah, I don't have coupon here, but it's not really worth it. Just buy it, man. Just buy it weekly. Buy life cores, and life cores is like dirt cheap right now. It's super cheap. Um, for me that'll be 250. I don't think anything in between 200 and 250 is money worth. Like I feel like the demand for those is very poor, and the people selling those usually are selling at a loss. Like I see the ones that get sold, like the ones that Amy and Kanan buys, are usually all the ones that's like heavily discounted. Um, like in terms of cost to make that, it's always like at least 25 to 50% discount before it gets sold. But obviously you're gonna have like super retards that you scam a retard who will buy at full price, but that's so rare. In general, it's like a 50 to 25% discount before like anything in between 200 and 240 gets sold. Or 250, I mean, yeah. But like 250, you could get like a very good amount, a good price for it. 250 is like you're charging $1.50 per hour plus the Nisos that you pick out in the field. So like that's really good though. Like you are literally double dipping on your income, right? So you have a 10 million character. Not only are you making like 300k, 400k an hour, like once you get 250, when you sell that, you're also making $1.50 an hour on top of that. Yeah. Yeah, like 675 mil. That's like what? 1.6k US dollars. You know, 1.6k US dollars. That's like about the time in terms of like money per hour it's gonna take, right? That's like that's pretty much it. Yeah, about on track. Well, yeah, that's the whole point, right? You get 250, you sell it, and then you restart lower level. Right, and with that money, you can always you either upgrade or you cash out. Like yeah, cause a lot of whales need 250, like a lot of them, especially with like new bosses coming out. For like 250, the benchmark is gonna move, right? So right now it's 250. By the time Hila comes out, you know, you gotta get 260 to sell, right? But right now 250 is just, like sells very well. But in a couple more patches, 250 is not gonna sell anymore. The whale's not gonna be interested. They're gonna only want 260. See, like the people who's buying these characters are the whale does not play at work, which is a lot of them. You know, I meme about a lot of people play at work, but like the people who play at work are like top 100 players. There's a lot of whales that's not top 100 in level rank. You know, like basically like everybody lower rank than me in low levels, like in levels, like they're the one who's your target audience. Everybody higher level than me, like in EXP, they're not your target audience. They just play at work. It's cheaper. No, there's some people that still will buy a Lumi, like very rare, but like this some people might be interested. Like I mean, bro, like you never know. Dude, Phantom get sold. Like who the fuck plays Phantom and that shit got sold? Dude, you never know, man. You never know. Oh fuck, I missed MVP. Oh man, guys, I missed MVP. Shit's fucked. I don't know how much Bishop is 250, honestly. I don't follow the character market. So, Mr. Myth, you're gonna have to like ask around. No, that's my alarm. I fucked up my alarm for MVP. I was off by a minute. Fuck me. Alright. I have plan B. We have plan B, boys. It's okay, boys. It's okay. We got this. Plan B. I talked to Discord. Oh wait, there's a where's this boss? Alright, we kill this boss for EXP. This boss has a fuck ton of EXP, so if I see it, I kill it. Alright. Okay. That 1 second, boys. I need to move my ult. Oh. 250 Bowmaster. You know, I will value that as like 600 mil, man. Try 600 mil. I'm pretty. Somebody might be interested. Dude, like you'd be surprised. A lot of people like Bowmaster. Only because like Bowmaster is very chill to farm. Like, cause at this point, for a lot of like whales that doesn't play at work, you have to understand the whales that don't play at work, they're leveling themselves, and leveling is miserable, right? So you want to play a class that's like very chill to level. And Bowmaster is very like fun to level, like it's chill. You could like literally stood there and watch Netflix, and you're not gonna like you're gonna get better rates than most warriors. MVP Black is 10 times a week, not per day. 10 times a week. You can use it anytime you want, but just 10 a week. $245, $247 BM or 750. Just take that, man. You'd be stupid not to take that. That's a scam. That's a scam for the buyer. You know, I would do it. I don't see why he wouldn't do it. Right? It doesn't make sense. Like guys, this is like literally a Jack situation. Like for those who's not aware, Jack is like a new whale came in and paid everything at full price, and you got literally every fucking whale in Maplestory N like excited. Like everybody wanted to get Jack's phone number so they could like ask him, "Hey, Daddy, can you buy me out?" You know, including me. I also wanted to know to get Jack's phone number so he could buy me out. So you know, I'm not even making fun of all the whales. Like literally, like everybody, like including me, wanted Jack's contact information so we could like sell him our shit at full price. Like, no, Jack is Chinese. A couple of Chinese whales has his contact information. That's why like Jack was part of the top 5 clears because then like they managed. Some of the whales managed to like impress him with their assets. You know, for whales it's like, you know, they don't want to breathe the same air as poor people. So like to get his attention, you gotta like show your wallet. You know, like how much money you have. Yeah, no problem, sir. I needed the MVP because I missed the alarm. It's xJack. Dude, like the guy who, I mean, obviously other than the Ice Lightning Mage who sold Jack the character, he made the most out of xJack's situation. The player who made the second most out of it is xWcLuckz. xWcLuckz sold him like expired goods, like literally Jack shit, at like 130% markup price. It's not even full price. Like everybody sold Jack full price. Like xWcLuckz literally like fucking scammed him with like 130% price. That shit was 30 more percent than like fucking normal. That's crazy. And fucking Jack, like he doesn't know the price. He just fucking bought it. That's crazy. Like. So that's what like got everybody excited because like they saw, oh fuck, like Jack literally bought like dog shit gear from xWcLuckz. Like I need to sell him better gear than xWcLuckz's gear. So that's what like caused a frenzy in the whale community. Everybody wanted to be friends with Jack, man. Like that was like the border. But like that's the thing, like that's the state of the game, you know. Like the game doesn't have enough liquidity, so that like when the whale comes, it's like a feeding frenzy. Everybody wants to get fed from the whale, but from the new whale, right? Like everybody wants to know the new whale. Everybody wants to like get involved with the new whale. Oh fuck! I forgot to pot. I forgot to use my coupon. Oh well. I wasted like 30 seconds. Fuck me. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. It's okay. We will recover. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention like for the EOD situation, like EOD was gonna quit at the Lucid patch when he mains hero. So he decided to play the game longer because the Lucid patch. He realized the Lucid patch was like missing bishops everywhere, so he decided to like do minimum combat power bishops to like farm the Niso pool, the Niso reward. So that's what kept him going for the next few months. And because of that, he made like 6 billion Nisos, like minted 6 billion Nisos. Like he was actually down very very bad because he was playing a hero. Like he was like super strong hero, but because he pivoted to bishop, and when he saw the opportunity and he went for it, like he sold his like hero gear and shit. He was gonna quit, but like, he decided to reinvest the hero gear into bishop gear, like minimum bishop gear for it. Like he actually like made back a lot of money. Because otherwise he would have been down really really bad. Now he's like, I don't know if he's down or not, because I'm too lazy to like add up all his finance. But I'm pretty sure he's doing really well, which is like a good point for him to like quit, honestly. Because like I don't think he's enjoying the game anymore, like since a few months ago. No, I'm not asking MSU for that. Like fuck that. I'm gonna get blacklisted. You should try asking yourself, sir. I want nothing to do with that. Listen, buddy, like, I'm happy with where I'm at. You know, my RNG has been cleaned. I am no longer cursed. And that's good, and let's keep it that way. I don't want to be cursed again. Let's keep it that way, sir. Yeah, I'm reformed, bro. I'm positive energy now, guys. When the whales like talk shit, I'm gonna come out in my white knight shiny armor, and I'm gonna defend Maplestory N, dude. I'll be in the front lines defending Maplestory N. Yeah, or for 3 million power crystal, boys. I'm pretty cheap. Money worth. That's right. I went through the development arc. You know, we skipped the tournament arc. We just went straight for the development. That's right. Yeah, I joined them, man. Oh shit, I think we lap Amy. Let's go, let's go. Let me check. I need to check. Dude, like, lapping Amy has always been like a reoccurring goal. Like, every time I lap his ass, the guy either like buys a new character, or he like fucking makes a play at work arrangement, you know, like, and then I'm fucking like get left in the dust. Oh wait, I haven't lapped him yet. I need 1 more%. No, I need 2 more%. Alright guys. I need to get 2 more% and I can lap his ass, and then we can celebrate. Guys, like, Maplestory grinding, the trick is always have like a goal that's achievable. Set achievable goals for yourself, and it just keeps you going, keeps you motivated. And you know, sometimes you want to be watching some videos to help lessen the boringness. And also playing a good class, like a good farming class, helps a lot. That's my tips for farming. Dude, for me it is like, I always make it like a goal to lap Amy. The goal is selling character Mr. Jack. Mr. Jack is done. We need Jill now. We need Jack and Jill. So when Jill comes, I'm gonna sell my character to Jill. Sell it for 20 billion. I'm done, dude. Dude, like if Jill comes and offer 20 billion, dude, I'll sell that shit in a heartbeat. Like no questions asked. Like fuck that, man. I'm selling it. Yeah, dude. Dude, you guys don't understand. Like fucking Jack paid 20 bill when NXPC was 40 cents. That's insane amount of money. Like actually insane. Like if you ask most whales, they're willing to take 20 billion um for like the same gear that Jack bought, like in character, at this current NXPC price, which is 23 cents. So like literally like half price. But like that's how much like Jack overpaid. Like literally that's how much Jack overpaid for that. That's why like everybody wanted to get Jack's information. Like that's the reason. Like I meme on the whales, like saying that I'll buy the character for 10 billion on Discord. Yeah, that's only because like NXPC is only 20 cents. Like I could afford that. But like there was no way I could make that post when like NXPC is 40 cents because like, the price literally doubles. In case anybody's wondering, nobody took the offer. Nobody wanted to sell. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work. But I was gonna buy it. No, I was seriously actually gonna buy it. Like if any of the whales like pissed off enough to quit, like I'll buy that easily. It's because I saw them capping. I had to make a post. I had to make a Discord post saying that I'll buy the character. In case you're wondering why I didn't take the portal immediately, because for the for the guy who's like the brown hunting guy, you want to go in with like 30-second cooldown on the Erda shower. So by the time you come out, this will be fully refreshed. For the other guy, the fat boys yellow portal, you want to go in at 15 seconds or less cooldown, because otherwise when you come out, you don't have Soul Erda. I mean, not Soul Erda, Erda shower, which means that you can't farm, because without it, I have to move. And you know me, I don't want to move. Dude, this is good. I mean, yeah, for the Infernal Wolf, you want to wait until like 10 seconds. But that's basically it. See that? So like now that I'm out, I have all my cooldowns, so it doesn't cause any issues. And the portal lasts like 60 seconds anyway, so it's fine. Like 60 seconds. So you're never at danger of like losing it. Dude, like, this hasty event is like OP as shit, dude. I mean, selling it is a good. It's the most. It's the best play for free to play. Like you really shouldn't be using this unless you're like unless you're like 60 million combat power. Like you shouldn't be using this. Like 60 million is the cutoff. Because everybody who's above 60 million, you have to use it to keep your levels up. Because they're doing the accelerated patch, so they're releasing like new bosses super fast. And if you don't use it and play 40 hours a week, there is absolutely zero chance you could keep up with the new boss coming out. That's also why I like jump on the bandwagon when the other whales complain about it's too hard to level. Like I jumped on that bandwagon like a couple months ago, like very quickly, because I was like, fuck it, man, I don't want to play 40 hours plus and like still be behind. Because like the only way to be like keep up was to do 16 hours a week. I mean 16 hours. I mean 16 hours a day. Like, you know, mathematically 16 hours a day, which means that only the top 50 players can like keep up. And I thought that was like, you know, that's like a shitty way to go about it. So, you know, when the other whales started talking about it, you know, I also joined in. Alright, that's my alarm, boys. Don't worry about that. I popped a 10-minute, and that will help me reset. Okay, and to set another alarm for 7 minutes, and then we go leech. Not 7 minutes, actually 6 minutes now. Go leech MVP. I mean, I have to set an alarm, otherwise it's like I forget to use it. And you know what's the problem? Like the problem is I have way too many fucking coupons I gotta use. Like I still have 24 Pearl tickets, you know, which is gonna give me like another 50 or 60 coupons. Like I'm having PTSD having like so much fucking coupons, and I had to use it, so I had to set an alarm. Yeah, I don't want to play at work, cause then I'm cheap. You know, I gotta pay for my co-workers to cover. Wink, wink. You know. It's also like, for a lot of people, they're like, fuck it, you know, you get banned, you get banned. For me, it is like, man, if I get banned, I'm gonna be really fucking sad. Like, for Amy has a different attitude, because Amy only has like, what, 2 pieces of 22 stars? Like, most of his gear is like 18 19 star arcane, and then he has like a couple 21 stars. So like, if he gets banned, it's like, whatever, you know? Like, brother, if I get banned, I'm going to like depression, dude. Like, my whole shit is 22 stars. Well, besides the gun and the belt and the shoulder, obviously, but like everything else is 22. Like, if I get banned, I'm going into the straight depression. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, being cheap is one aspect of it. No. Potential gives the most CP. Star Force is like secondary. My CP is very low for amount of 22 stars I have. It's only because I purposely sandbag my gear. So like, because I have a shitty ass shoulder, as well as a belt and weapon, so like I don't have the full combat power potential. Right. The reason is because I'm replacing the shoulder with arcane, and then the belt I'm replacing with dreamy. Like, so I don't want to spend extra money, and I don't need the power anyway. So like, I'm strong enough as it is. I'm just trying to be like efficient spending my money. Like, I don't need to be 150 mil like flexing on poor kids, you know. Like, what I have gets the job done. Like, for me, it's just no point to upgrade because first of all, the 100 mil players don't play with me anyway. So like, if I upgrade now, I'm just carrying the 80, 70 mil players that I'm playing with, or like the 90 mil player, which is Amy, right? Like, it doesn't make sense when you upgrade. Like, it doesn't. Like, I can't even find 100 mil, 110 mil to play with me. So like, there's no point. I mean, it is what it is, sir. Maplestory is a very expensive game. You gotta have a swipe. Uh, 2x quit. Damage on the glove is like 400 black cubes. So I don't know if you wanna tap 400 times on the black cube. That's the average rate, right? If you go unlucky, you know, you could go 2x or 3x try. So you know, you're looking at 800, 1200. But you know, for the most part, people get it at 400 taps. You know, that's the average. Ask yourself, have you been naughty on X? If you've been naughty on X, then you might want to buy that. But if you've been a good boy on X, just you could tap it yourself. I mean, EOD Bishop strat is not working. That's why he's quitting. Didn't work. It didn't work this patch. I told you guys it's not gonna work this patch. I mean, if you don't go ran on X, but you don't go and defend on X, you're just neutral. So you're just average. So you know, you should hit it at 400 cubes. See, you're not bad luck and you're not good luck. So that's good. You're just average. Bro, you can't play silently, right? Because it's the blockchain. People are just gonna look up his wallet. But I mean, obviously, EOD is gonna keep playing until he sells his gear, right? Because he has a very good gear. He has very good characters and gear, right? And it's gonna take him a while to sell. Because the liquidity is very low, right? You gotta understand that. So obviously, EOD is gonna keep playing while he's selling. Yeah. I mean, EOD went to Bishop Scam. It was because he couldn't sell his hero gear for a long time, and he didn't want to like quit before selling. So he went play like minimum CP Bishop while waiting to sell his shit, and then he loved Bishop Scam. He fell in love, and then he upgraded his Bishop into Hard Lucid, and it's like bro was a Hard Lucid machine. Yeah, Yoke is actually very strong right now. I think Yoke is higher than 100 mil. I'm guessing Yoke is like 130. Yeah, yes sir, boys. Thanks. I was just being greedy. I wanted to loot my Nisos. I know I have time to loot it because I said it like 30-40 seconds before. So that's why I wanted to loot my shit. But yeah. All right, this is my 1 minute break, boys. You know that the old man hands break. Man, if these guys don't fucking give me MVP, I'm gonna have to hop on my own. Well, obviously I have 4 minutes left on this, so we can hop it later. Oh, nice. Yo, we scam one. Yo, nice, we saved. I think it's probably because like Yo was doing really well with his streams, but like as NXPC price crash, a lot of like people quit, so he got like a lot less viewers. So like for him, starting out with like that many viewers and then like dropping in views all of a sudden, it just feels bad for him. So I think that got him demotivated. So he doesn't want to stream anymore. But for me, it's like my stream is always like super fucking small. So like, I don't really care. Like I'm used to it. Like you know, I started out with like 5 viewers, like 2 or 3 viewers. You know, like so I'm just used to it. But for him, it's different. Like he started out with a lot of views. That's only because it's like, I think he was one of the ones like the only English speakers stream. Well, Maplestory launched, like he was the only English speaking one. Obviously, after that, you have Jesus, but then Jesus quit very early, like 1 or 2 months in, and then you have EOD. Right, but before EOD show up, right, like Yoke was the only one. But like you know, and then more and more English speakers like make content on Maplestory N, like you know, it just gets competitive. Damn right, the Isekai gamer, yo. No, but I was never important though. I had like 5-10 views, you know, like my best week was like a 10 view, you know, Isekai gaming. That's it. Like that was like my best. That was like my peak though. Like it's crazy. No, but like I mean, I don't blame people for quitting Maplestory, right? Because for a lot of people, Maplestory was like perfect as a full-time job. Like you know, back then, you know, like people making $3 an hour, like shit was sick. Like Stella, as in like the girl that Insanely was interested in. If it's the girl that Insanely likes, she does stream. She streams on Douyin, the Chinese TikTok. She does stream. She actually also talks in that mic. I think yeah. Like if you need the link, I think Insanely has the link, so you could ask Brother Insanity for it. Alright, what do I pop? I think I pop let me pop a 15-minute and then I pop a 10-minute. That'll reset it, yeah. Alright, okay. Yo, man, the bottle days, man, those were the days. Like, holy shit. Like, I was actually making more US dollar terms than like now. Like as a fucking shitty ass game. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, God damn it. I entered this. So now I'm gonna exit this without cooldown. Yeah, because I accidentally entered it. But yeah, you know, back in the days, you know, we just farm dailies and we just make a lot of money. And it was also good for me because like I play Paladin, so like I never had to grind. It wasn't until like the shift started happening and you had to grind. Like, you know, I got Paladin to 230, 225. and I started hating it because it's like so hard to grind as paladin. So, and on top of that, it was super difficult for paladin to like find a party because like people don't understand party is a support class. But nowadays it's like if you go on Discord or like people finding parties on the megaphone, like people are now a lot more willing to take a lower combat power paladin. Like back then, when I was playing paladin's combat power better be fucking higher than Corsair's. Otherwise, you're not getting a party, man. And that was like super fucking sad for me. That was depressing. Like I was definitely depressed over that. Like that was sad. And then on top of that, like I was not having fun grinding levels, so like it got me to quit pretty quick. And then I became Corsair and I never looked back. It's been great. Man, the downside of Corsair though is like they get like a 1% nerf every patch. That's the saddest thing. You know, every patch I get 1% weaker. No, back then Paladin does have Divine Echo. Divine Echo was V1 skills. So you get it immediately at 5th job. That's why Paladin was the strongest class at V1. Because the entire Paladin kit is just Divine Echo. And you know, and they got that at V1. Like a lot of classes got their full burst rotation at like V3, V4. Paladin just got it at V1. They like Paladin V1 was like literally almost as strong as like a Shadower, and that's like insane. Obviously still weaker than Shadower, but like, you know, it was like up there. It was like 80 something percent, like 85% as a support class. That's insane. Now, what the problem is, I spoke with not a lot. I spoke with a few Chinese people, and they did a lot of testing for me. I didn't test; they test. So what they found out was, for Paladin players, especially in the Chinese community, is they press Divine Echo and then they press the buff Divine Blessing at the same time. And the problem was they used to play Chinese Maplestory or GMS, and with Chinese Maplestory and GMS, they have attack speed 10. So when they play Maplestory, by pressing them together at the same time, it will trigger, like it will cause the buff to happen. But in our version, it's attack speed 8, so it doesn't work. You have to wait for the animation on Divine Echo to end before you could tap Divine Blessing. Otherwise, Divine Blessing doesn't trigger. And because Divine Blessing doesn't trigger, the Paladin player never buffed the carry. And because of that, like everybody saw Paladin as dog shit because nobody was getting buffed. Like if you're literally not getting a 30% final damage buff from Paladin, the support class, like what are you fucking playing Paladin for, right? And that was what the problem was. Like a lot of people experience Paladin doesn't give him buff. So a lot of people thought that Paladin doesn't do shit. And that's the problem. But now that is like, that has been figured out and been talked about in the Chinese community. So like a lot of Paladin players has adapted to it. The new attack speed 8 limitation. So a lot of Paladins are actually like playing the class properly now. And so that also caused a shift to a lot of players willing to accept Paladins as a lower combat power. Right, that's the story behind it. Cause I don't know if you guys remember in Hard Lucy, I was flaming the fuck out of the Chinese Paladin on stream, and they realized I was flaming him, so they went there and test. I don't know if you guys still remember that. That was a few months ago. You know, I did it on stream. I was like, bro, I'm not capping. Just look at my stream, bro. Like the bro was not buffing me. They all say I was capping. I was like, bro, it's literally on stream. I linked in the stream though, so they had to look into it. That was like the start. That was the start of the shift. The shift in the narrative. V4 benchmark. I will start looking to get data. Maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. The problem with the data set is a lot of people still don't have V1 to V4 max. Like I'm one of them. I don't have it max. So like I have 28, 23, and then I have 19 overdrive and 24 Maple Warrior that goddess. You need all of these maxed to have a good accurate benchmark. I mean, I think even Amy doesn't have it every single max. I think Amy's like missing one more. So yeah, like once we should be able to get the rest. I mean, and Amy should be done by next week, honestly, because you know we get a lot of nodes from doing weekly balls, and after that we can start collecting data. I mean, now I'll ask around for people to help, but like not everybody's gonna be willing to provide data, because the last time we did this, we caused Shadower and Corsair to get nerfed. So people on the top may not be willing to help get data. I mean, people who's playing the best class, because nobody wants to get nerfed. So just keep that in mind. So we're gonna have resistance, and I'm gonna tell you guys ahead of time. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret, right? When Angelic Buster comes out, no matter whether she's strong, weak, or busted, whatever, I'm gonna go on Twitter or X, and I'm gonna say she's weak as shit. I don't care if she's actually weak. I don't care if she's actually strong. I'm gonna go on X and say she's weak as fuck, and I'm gonna ask for a buff. What is this strategy called? This is called the GMS Night Lord strategy. That's why GMS Night Lord is so fucking goddamn strong. It's a try and proven strategy, and we're gonna apply it here, boys. You know, every single patch, I'm gonna do it, and that's the secret I'm telling you guys ahead. That's right. So don't ask me in public whether it's Angelic Buster is strong or what. I'm gonna tell you Angelic Buster is the weakest shit ever. I'm gonna tell you Angelic Buster is weaker than Blaze Wizard. I'm telling you that right now. Alright, so you know. So in the future, if you're asking me why the fuck I'm playing it, I'm just gonna tell you because I love the fucking class. And that is it. That's it, boys. No, I'm telling no, like seriously, it's not busted. It's just average. The main reason I'm gonna play it is because it's very good for farming. If you're a whale, if you're not a whale for AB, farming is terrible. But if you're a whale as an AB, you farm easier than Corsair. The reason is because like you know how like Corsair has a summon here. AB summon does like 1/3 of Corsair's summon damage. So that means it's like you're required to be like 4 or 5 times higher than minimum combat power as every other class. Let's say a class is like can one-shot mobs, like this map, for example, 10 million to one-shot, right? For AB, you have to be 40 million to one-shot with summons, right? You could obviously still one-shot with like your regular mobbing skill, but the regular mobbing skill you gotta like move like like all the other classes, like a warrior, right? But if you are 4 times combat power, like a whale AB, you just stand still and summon balls, and the balls is like a homing missile. You just hold down your ball skill, and then the thing will get the entire map. Now the problem again, like the problem with that is like you gotta be 4 times stronger than everybody else. So it's like a whale thing. It's like a whale convenient tool, and like it just so happens I'm like kind of like a whale, so that's like the main reason. The second reason is AB has a very convenient burst setup. Like a lot of classes, when you're bursting, you're trying to focus on your burst sequence, and you can still die to the boss. Like the boss can one shot you, and you're dead. And if you die during burst, you're basically fucked, right? You have no damage now. For AB, she gets a 10-second iframe. So like basically what happens is, you know, you have a stun that lasts 10 seconds, and then you chain that with the 10-second iframe. So you're basically bursting with like no pressure at all. So it's like it's very um, good on the hands department. Now obviously Paladin is better on like burst because you know they have a longer iframe skill. But like Paladin's like farming is dog shit. So that's out of the question. Like I need a class that's like very good to pull off a burst, as well as like very good in farming, and AB satisfy that requirement. But in terms of damage, she's like 80% shadower. I'm guessing, maybe 80-75% shadower. That's the assumption I'm gonna make. But obviously we're gonna like try to get her to 85 by going on Twitter every week or every patch and say that and say buff AB. That's the plan. Dude, like, if I could get AB to like 85% shadower, 90% shadower, I'll be like fucking hype. But that's the plan, though. That's the plan. But obviously, AB is not worse than Blaze Wizard. Like the Blaze Wizard is like fucking dog shit. That shit is like 50% shadower. You know, 50% shadower is not a question. Like you don't play that shit. You know, just move on. But like for me, a playable class is like a minimum 75% shadower, like 70% shadower minimum. Like if you're not playing a class higher than 70% shadower, like it's just not worth your time. Like honestly, it's not. Like to put it into perspective, if you're 50% shadower, which is a Blaze Wizard, that means I'm currently 120 mil combat power, right? If I go full boss setup, like I'm 120 mil. If I play a Blaze Wizard, 120 mil Blaze Wizard is literally doing the same damage as a 60 million shadower. Like guys, like 120 mil Blaze Wizard is like you're looking at like a 10 billion minimum lethal investment compared to like a 60 million combat power shadower. That's like what, like 2 billion investment. Like guys, like that's like what? The difference is 7 billion initials. That's like money, dude. That's like money what we're talking about. And it gets worse like the higher you go, right? Let's say I'm 200 mil, right? Technically you could get to 200 mil now with Will and Arcane Shoulders. Like I think Blink and Flame, they could get to 200 mil in like next month or so, right? 200 mil Corsair. You know, you're looking at like the cost of like a 50 billion. You're looking at like a 50, maybe not 50. Like maybe you're looking at like a 30 billion cost minimum, right? To buy at a discount, like 30 billion. 200 mil Corsair, and that 200 mil Corsair. I mean 200 mil Blaze Wizard, right? If it's 200 mil Blaze Wizard, like cost you 30 billion to even buy it. Like to build it, obviously gonna cost more. But you're only gonna be as strong as 100 million shadower. You know, and 100 million shadower, you could buy that shit for like 7 billion. 6 or 7 billion. Right? So now you're looking at a loss of like 20-30 billion, dude. Like guys, like it just gets worse the higher level you go, right? That's the problem. See, that's why like you don't want to play Blaze Wizard or anything that's in that kind of like scale. But you could like play like a 75%, 80% class, just for like the grind convenience. Because like you gotta also understand like the metas come and go, right? There will be patches where Shadow is very strong, and just will be patches where Shadow is weak, right? Like Dawn Warrior. Dawn Warrior used to be top, right? Right now, Dawn Warrior, I'm not sure what Dawn Warrior is, but I know Dawn Warrior right now in Web 2 is like bottom tier. Like maybe like 75%-ish, right? So that could always happen. So as long as you're 75% or hovering around there, like, you know, there will be a day where you get buffed and you'll be fine. But if you're like playing a class like 50%, you know, like you're not recovering from that. Like it doesn't matter how hard they buff it, they can't just buff you 2x. Like people's gonna complain. They have to buff you slowly. and the time is just not worth it to wait for it. They could give you a buff like one patch and they forget about you. Like I'll give you like a best another example, like what I mean by like meta changes, right? Like you guys know me, I meme about Light Lord like as the weakest shit on Maplestory N, right? But the thing is, you have hard lucid meta came, and everybody needed a Light Lord to burst hard lucid down, and Light Lord as well as Paladin was the only two class that could like dual hard lucid. You know, Light Lord, Bishop, and Paladin. These three is your core setup to dual hard lucid. And anybody who could dual hard lucid, like you were eating like 1 billion souls a week. You know, back in the days. You know, that's a fuck ton of money. And Light Lord can do that, right? Like, and you know, Light Lord was dog shit for like 6 months. And while Light Lord is doing that, like dueling hard lucid for 1 billion souls a week, you know, like the top Light Lord is on X talking about how dog shit Light Lord is, right? Like that's the strategy. That's the strategy I'm gonna have with Angelic Buster. The Light Lord meta has moved, right? It's over. We had the Light Lord meta for 4 months during hard lucid. That meta has changed. So Light Lord is shit again. Right, but as I'm saying, right, metas come and go. You missed the Light Lord boat. It's over. I would say Light Lord is really bad for this patch, because then Will is small PP. Light Lord does really bad against small PP balls. Because they throw like 3 stars. Like the star is like this direction, and that direction. It's like this, and that. So if the balls is like small PP size, your star doesn't hit all 3. So you're losing a third of your damage. And just so happens, Will phase 1 and phase 2 is small PP. Phase 3 is like medium PP, but the problem with phase 3 is the Light Lord needs to stand in front of the Will, phase 3, to get off all 3 stars. And if you're in front of that shit, you just take so much fucking damage that you're getting CC'd, you're getting pushed, you're getting knockback. So like it's very hard to like get your stars off anyway. So you're not getting all your damage off Light Lord. It will. So like I would say like they actually do really bad this patch. Now the good news is next patch is Gloom. Gloom is like big PP. So you know Light Lord is good again on Gloom. And Gloom is a burst boss. Because Gloom you cannot DPS it down. It's like a burst phase only. So you know like so the next month or next 2 months before Gloom comes out, Light Lord is dog shit. But when Gloom comes out again, Light Lord is gonna be God, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like metas come and go. Yeah, but like it's standing behind Will is kind of hard. Yeah, it's like say if you master Faker hands, nothing is a problem. But like like people can't master that. It's too hard. But like Light Lord is gonna complain how Light Lord is weak as shit next few months, and then when Gloom comes out, Light Lord is still gonna complain Light Lord is shit. Alright, but you're gonna see Light Lord duo Gloom, or maybe trio Gloom. I'm calling it right here. Yeah, but that's just what it is, right? It's the strategy is called a GMS Light Lord, right? You always complain your class is dog shit, so that they don't nerf your class, and also maybe they buff it. See, like the problem, like I'll give you an example. Shade. I always said Shade is weak on my stream, right? I have always said Shade is very weak, but I said Shade is very strong 4th job, right? When I did the first tier list, like last year, remember I did the I got every single class to 140, and I did a tier list based on how long I could clear the daily boss rotation, right? And from there, 4th job Shade was very strong, and I said that's very strong. But the problem was that it caused a lot of people in the community to think that Shade is very strong. But I also said like Shade is very weak on 5th job, and people missed the key word. It's weak on 5th job. So everybody went on X saying that Shade is very strong, and it doesn't help that the strongest Shade players on X were showing off on X, saying that, oh, Shade is so busted, I'm doing all of this content, and I'm so good, you know? And guess what happens? They fucking nerf Shade this patch. Like, go read the patch notes. Like, is this patch or last patch? I think this patch. Like, Shade got their ass nerfed on V4. Like, their main DPS skill got, like, nerfed, like, 10% damage or, like, 20% damage. Like, whose fault is that? It's the fucking top players went on X, keep saying Shade is fucking good. Was it the Brazilian? No. Brazilians don't play Shade on a high level. It was a Shade whale. Yeah. Shade got fucking like the Shade was really bad already, and they got nerfed on top of that. Like you guys know that I'm pretty honest about like whether a class is good or not, right? I always say like 5th job Shade is like dog shit. Like every single patch, like V1 Shade was like okay, and I say every patch after V1, V2, V3, V4, Shade is gonna drop like 5-10% every time, right? And but like that didn't stop from people from saying that Shade is OP, like including the Shade players, right? If you don't play Shade and you say it's OP, like the management doesn't really like listen to you. But if you have like Shade mains, like playing Shade on a high level, like 70+ million combat power, saying Shade is busted, you're gonna get nerfed, bro. And that's what happened. Shade did get nerfed. You know, cause like you have the fucking Shade whale saying that Shade is OP, so you got nerfed it. And I think that they deserved it. You know, that's what you get. You should make update tier list, mid and high tier boss. No, it's boss tier list is too hard to make. The best I could do is like a shadow or benchmark. Cause there's a lot of like caveats for each individual boss and each individual boss fights. And I don't have enough knowledge on all the classes to even give a good idea. Like whatever, if I try to do it, it wouldn't be accurate because I don't understand all the class interactions. I only understand some class interactions because I just like I have friends and I play with those friends, so I know about the interactions from them. But I also have friends that doesn't play a lot of classes, right? So like I don't have a clear picture on that. So it's impossible for me to make a tier list. If I make it, it'll be like it'll be a bullshit tier list. It wouldn't be accurate. It would be wrong. See, I don't know. I don't know if that was the cause, honestly. I know there was a couple of Shade videos on X saying that Shade is busted because they solo Lucid, normal, and easy with like super low combat power, and then everybody like started saying Shade is OP. But honestly, like you could have done that with any class. Like it's not like a Shade thing. It's just that people didn't do it. Like we have Cass. He's like a free-to-play Brazilian buck. Like he could do it too with like less combat power. But like he doesn't go on X and saying that buck is OP, right? Right. That's like the problem. And also Lucid is like a caveat boss, right? Lucid is just not friendly towards classes that needs to it's unfriendly towards classes that has a smaller hitbox, like Light Lord, Corsair, Shadow, right? She's unfriendly to those classes, so like those classes does less damage. But like, it just so happens, you know, Shade has a very big hitbox, so they don't lose a lot of damage killing fighting Lucid. So that's what caused Shade to to be able to solo Lucid with less CP. It's not because Shade is stronger, it's because Shade has a bigger hitbox. That's like a Lucid only caveat. Right? So like it's because of that. I think it's because of that, like that caused them to nerf Shade. No, Shade is never high DPS. It's not even high DPS even now. Alright, be right back. 1 second. Alright, we are back. Best burst class. It's just Light Lord is the best burst class. Oh shit, boys. 1 second, boys. Um, Frost Kingdom is popping. I need to sell my shit. Never mind. It's not. My page is just not updated. Never mind. False alarm. Oh wait, no, it's updated. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. We're good. We're good. We're gonna sell. Um, these guys are retarded. I'm gonna dumb them. Alright, in case you're wondering, let me share my screen. Alright, we have a couple ideas. They're cool. We're gonna sell this for some money. The reason why this thing pump is like they are giving away 5% of game revenue as a stake, and you want to stake this for money. But the thing is, now the reason why I want to sell it is because I could mint this at a cost of $1.10. I could mint this at $1.10. So I mint this some, and now I'm gonna sell because anytime it's higher than $1.10, I could profit. Yeah. Let me see how much they're giving in terms of rewards. doesn't say how much rewards they're gonna give. Cause this is the player deposit. If I could see how much, if I could see how much they're giving in terms of reward, I could calculate how much I would get per stake. Which then I could prepare and dump on kids. Doesn't say. Huh. Oh, we already crashed down. Never mind. I was gonna mint more to crash, but somebody sell $90 to crash down. Man, this is so stupid. Yeah, everybody's like, the pump and dump happens. Alright, I'm glad I got out. Alright. Oh man, this is fucking hilarious. But I'm just curious, like, how much the reward is. Alright, never mind, we're back to Maplestory, boys. Alright, let me see Alright, back to grind. Yeah, I actually don't know what other class is good at bursting other than Light Lord. It's just that Light Lord's burst is so good compared to the rest of them. It's very hard to find another class that's like as good as like anywhere close to Light Lord. Hey, that's the problem. Yep, sir. Just pop the EXP. I just gonna pop it after the runes. Nah, double is dog shit. They don't burst for shit. They're just dog. I don't think double even does damage. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Obviously, like I don't play dual blade, so I don't know. Like I don't have any friends that play dual blade, so I'm like bullshitting right now. I mean, not all 3-minute skills like it's like big burst. Um, I mean, yes, you know, Buck has like a 3-minute skill, and the burst does like do damage, but like you gotta consider about classes that like do well in lucid 40-second. Like the 40-second test is like what you should be looking at whether a class is good at burst or not. Like for Corsair, their 40-second is like really poor. Um, compared to other classes, obviously, right? But Corsair's 3-minute is like one of the top. But just that Corsair's 40-second is like that piss poor. Oh man, I lose my channel. That's so sad. Alright. I lose my shit and I change channel. Wait, I gotta kill this. Will there be Terra Burning August 20? I don't think so, because they extended Terra Burning. So I don't think they're gonna have a Terra Burning when they extended the time frame of this current Terra Burning. If they release a new class, I think there will be Terra Burning. But if they don't release a new class, I don't think there will be. So it just depends whether they release a new class or not. Like in terms of probability, I think they might release a new class. I'm saying this because when I said, when Maplestory N, the official account, tweeted about what to predict. I don't even know what they tweet. They said to predict what we're looking for next. And I said new classes. They liked my post, and they said what new classes. So I think maybe they're gonna give a new class, because otherwise they wouldn't have responded. Honestly, they replied back to my post and asked me what new class am I looking for. I gave him the fake answer. To prevent myself from getting trolled, so I didn't tell the Angelic Buster. You know what I told him? I told him Kana. Because I know we're never gonna get Kana, so they can't guess what I want. So I'm not at risk of like getting trolled. So, you know, like what if they want to troll me and not release the one that I want? You know? So I told him Kana, because I know we're not gonna get Kana. So like, you know, that's like the safest answer. Yeah, I don't think they have that much free time to watch my stream. They used to watch it, and then I'm on the lottie list. But like, you know, since I reformed, I don't think they watch it anymore. Yeah, I truly think that they don't watch it anymore. Obviously, like somebody may link them of me flaming them, and then I get on the lottie list again. But I don't think they watch my stream anymore. Like, nah, there is zero chance we get Kana, because this is a Maple Sea, and back then Maple Sea doesn't have Kana. the new Maple Sea director has a global mindset, so I think they have Kana now. I'm not sure. Like somebody needs to like look that up. But right now we are mostly strictly following KMS, which KMS doesn't have Kana. So that's like the safe answer for me. I threw them a curveball. And I know when I'm gonna get caught out because they didn't reply to my comment nor did they like it. They liked my comment of new classes, and then they replied back, but they didn't reply back Kana. So I know I got the curveball correct. So that's how I know. But there ain't no way I'm gonna say Angelic Buster in public. Nah, fuck that. Like, what if they wanted to troll me? Like, I knew Adele was coming out before Angelic Buster. Right? The reason I knew that was because Keith says he mains Adele. Like, he said on an interview last year, he's gonna make that. He's gonna prioritize that. So so I knew like Adele's coming out before Angelic Buster. Right? That's like a fact, right? But other than that, I don't know. Like now that like Adele is out, I actually don't know what they're gonna do next. It doesn't really matter though whether they release Angelic Buster next or not. If they release it next, then I'm kind of fucked. I have to like go take vacation just to catch up. If they don't release Angelic Buster next, that means I could keep saving Nisos, keep saving Power Crystals. Because I don't know if you guys know, some asshole figure out how to rig the emblem price. So look at this, it's 150k and 180k to tap black and red on emblem. So like if I had to like get an Angelic Buster emblem, I'm kind of fucked. That's gonna be very expensive to get a 60%. Right? You see that assault weapon's fine. It's like 50k, 80k, right? And then it's like that's like fine. I could roll that, right? But emblem is fucked. The emblem is fucked. It's not 80. It's not 180k because it's natural. It's 180k because some fucker figured out how Star Force works, and they just use like 1 or 2 million to forcefully keep the Q price of emblem at like over 150k a cap. The reason why they do it is because they have been saving up tons and tons of double legendary emblems, and they want to sell that slowly. And the best way to do it is to like forcefully keep the price of black cubes on emblems like very high, such that it becomes way cheaper to buy his emblems than make it yourself. I think Lara is I don't think Lara is in KMS, so I don't think we get Lara. Now we're not gonna share how to do it because I don't need more toxic people fucking up the the enhancement pricing system. I gave way too many tips on stream. So now that it's being used against me, I feel sad about it. So we're gonna keep that shit hidden. Oh yeah, Ren is in KMS, so but I don't think we're gonna get Ren because all the Ren numbers is based on 6 job calculations. So releasing Ren without 6 job is gonna fuck up all her calculations. So she's either gonna be like very very strong or very very weak, and that's like really bad. So they could release anything, but I don't think like just not Ren. Like that just being like realistic. That's right, Leggy. I'm gonna gatekeep that. Right, man. I gotta deal with fucking emblem being rigged. You know, like last thing I want is like some fucker to apply the same technique and rig the assault weapon. You know, assault weapon right now is very cheap. Like that's like doable. You know, I could roll a 30% B pot on that shit. It's fine. Like, I mean, like fucking like emblem is like gone, dude. It's just fucked. Like emblem will never recover because like the guy's doing the technique. Oh, if Lara is in KMS, then yeah, it's gonna be available to us as well. I just don't remember. There's like so many classes that's like not available in KMS, so sometimes I forget. Exclusive MSU class. Nah, they rather spend that money on AI. If they had that budget, you know, we get another AI, bro. I'm sorry, but somebody gotta say it. Listen, dude, it's infinite IP, baby. We ain't no expanding Maplestory, man. We gotta expand. We gotta get more AI in. You know, we need more like AI chat tools, AI chatbot, AI games, AI video. Yeah, man, that's what we need, man. We need more AI on NXPC. We don't need no MSU exclusive class. That doesn't even make sense. Oh man. You know, actually, I wouldn't mind AI moderator on Discord. So that I don't get targeted. You know, at least AI will keep it fair. You know, I actually wouldn't mind that. So I could just I could ping the AI Discord moderator, saying that hey, you know, like all of these guys also broke the rules, you know, and then it will get handled. Oh, guys, have you realized like I don't know how many of you guys are in the official Discord's Black and Gold Mulun Dojo channel, but if you guys are in that, have you noticed that you can no longer post looking for party in there? Yeah, sorry, that's my fault. I'm the rat. You know, I'm gonna come clean. I'm the rat. I'm the cause of that. So why did I do that? Or else because every time I use that channel to find a party member or to like recruit people, they delete my message. I'm like, fuck this shit, man. If you're gonna apply the rules, apply to everybody. So I make sure. I was a pain in the ass, so I forced like all of them to get enforced. So cause fuck that, you know, like can't just apply to me only. And I listen, you said it's an official rule. I said that's fine. Apply to all of these fuckers. They didn't want to do it, but I kept reporting it. So like I don't give a fuck. Listen, dude. I'm about equal rights, man. You know. I'm about inclusivity. We gotta inclusive. You know, it's all about the inclusive environment. We gotta make everybody feel welcome. I mean, the channel is pretty decent for looking for party, because like you know everybody in there like has cleared, you know, at least 50 floors of Wulong Dojo. So like no matter who you found in there, you know, you're always gonna find somebody who's capable of doing easy lucid or easy will. Um, it was because back then, like last year, I make a lot of pro gamer videos, and that caused a lot of like passionate players who's not free to play, like spending players, to like spam my video on Discord to try to get them to like resolve the pro gamer issue, and that caused the mods to like literally like um, censor. Oh shit, I think I disconnected. One sec. I need to see if my stream is still up. Alright, we're still up. Alright, we reconnected. Why they delete it? Well, they delete it because it's, you know, it's a channel for discussion for a high level community. So it's not for looking for party. So they deleted mine. And I say, okay, fine, why don't you delete everybody above me? And I will ping people, and I will ping the mods. Hehe XD. Teehee. And I force all the posters to get deleted. And you do it enough times, it becomes an official rule. Just that simple. Yeah, but like most of the time it's like, you know, because last year I'm the only one who was like complaining about the game, and I want to see improvements, right? And so when people talk about issues, they always link my videos or like mention my name. So that's why it's like they see my name, is like it's a headache. So if I like break any rules, like I will get censored. I'll get muted. I'll get a temp timeout, or I will get like like all sorts of shit thrown at me. Like a best example is in Chinese. Simp in Chinese is like tian, which means lick. Like the literal translation of tian is lick, but it just means simp, right? So I would say people are like simping for the company, and then I'll get muted, which is fair. So what I would do then is I use a homophobe, like basically a word that sounds the same but it has a different meaning. And that in Chinese is also tian, but it means the field, like rice field. So I would say is people are rice field the official company, or people are rice field over this issue, and it doesn't make sense if you translate it. But I would still get fucking timeout or like muted for 2 weeks. Why is that? That's because some fucker reported me and translated what I said to the mods, and I couldn't even and they couldn't even give me the benefit of the doubt that I was talking about rice fields and not about simping, because it's like, you know. Are we still up? Testing. Are we still up? Okay, one sec, boys. Having like a VPN issues. Let me just change my VPN. It's like this VPNs that keeps disconnecting. Alright, I think we're back. Okay. Yeah, so basically it's like other people do it too, other Chinese people do it too. Like we talk about, like they use the rice field character instead of like simping. And they don't get like muted for weeks or days. That's because it's like, you know, they use the character rice field. Like, you know, when another Chinese person report them, the mods give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, like you can't really say they're calling other people a simp. They're just calling other people rice fields, which is not, not that offensive. So they get away with it. But I can't. But also you gotta think about like this actually like literally Chinese people reporting me and helping the mods translate what I said, like local language, like local slangs. That's also like what's wild about it as well, right? It's not just mods apply rules more harshly against me, but also like these you have actually like unemployed people like out there translating what I said, right? That's the other part of it. And I kind of have an idea who. It's the fucker Chinese people who like blocked me on X. Wink wink. It's that entire guild. Wink wink. It's because I called them out on beta for spreading misinformation, for spreading fake news. And it's not their fault for spreading fake news. The reason why they spread fake news is because they use AI, like the free AI, to like translate Keith interviews. And the AI, because it's free version, is not like the monthly premium version. So the AI started hallucinating in the middle of the translation, and it got like confused with Web3 Maplestory and Web2 Maplestory. So it started like talking about like random ass shit from Web2 that's been confirmed over and over that's not coming here, and they post that as like the truth as Web3. And I called them out in public, both on Discord and on X, and I got my ass blocked by all of them. But and they never fucking like correct themselves and say, hey, sorry, we were wrong, we're gonna correct it. No, they just like swept it under the rug. Yeah, and they hated me for that. Brother, we're not gonna talk about which guild or who it is. We're not here. We're not here. I can't be causing drama. As a farmer of power crystals. We can't farm drama anymore. So let's just leave it like that. The OGs will probably know, but maybe as Leggy. No, but they're still playing Maplestory. They're still pretty active. Aku Brian Webb, yeah. No, yeah. I mean, the Aku Brian was like literally my fault. I told him to add features to help track pro gamers, and he did it, and then which got him like on the naughty list as well. Kind of feel bad about it because he could have been a builder, honestly. It'll be a surprise for you, sir. Yo, I gotta farm power crystals, man. I'm down bad. Dude, like Aku Brian was in the rough spot because Aku Brian has like a real website, so he has to pay based on traffic and bandwidth. So because he was like providing tools to track pro gamers, he was getting DDoS attacked by a bunch of studios, and because of that, it caused him to use up the free credits for his website. So he had to like pay a lot of money out of his own pocket just to keep the website up. And yeah, like that literally like bankrupt them. And normally in like an ideal world, like in Web 2, like in a Web 2 world, right? If somebody make it obvious you have like a pro gamer problem, and the pro gamer is like hurting the economy, right? Normally, right, in the ideal world, normally all the whales will stand up and they will pressure the company to fix it, because the whales is the one who pays salaries, right? this is like in the ideal world. And it has happened multiple times in like real world scenarios. Like RuneScape is an example. Like the community stand up and they force the company to like resolve pro gamer issues. Like RuneScape right now is very good. With like a lot of issues has been resolved. Um, there's obviously other games that has done that, but it's just that in Maplestory, um, not a single whale cared. Not a single whale cared. Like back then, I was not a whale. Back then, I was like a poor ass goldfish. Like I was not a whale by any measure, by any standards. So my opinion doesn't matter, right? Because I'm just a goldfish. I'm just a fish. But if Aku Brian had the support of the whales, right? He would have been fine. That would have been the ideal play because he was the only one providing tools to prove the issue, and I give you an idea like how bad the issue was. But like not a single goddamn whale cared. Um, all the whales cared back then was that um, I get to clear this piece of boss, normal Lotus and normal Damien for 500k a week split. Or maybe not 500k a week, okay? It was like 1 million a week split. After split. And that's fine. I'm happy with 1 million a week. Um, and I'm happy with that because the free to play, the poors cannot clear it. And that's good. That's like what they care about back then. So like nobody care about like pro gamers extracting from the ecosystem and causing the token price to crash. Um, which meant that Aku Brian and me was like fighting a lone battle, which you're never gonna win if you're alone. And that caused his downfall. So nowadays, like I see any of these like whales like on X talking about um rewards are low, NXPC is down. I call them cap bullshit. They're bullshitting. It's not that. If they care, they would have cared a long time ago. They would have cared last year. They don't. It's a different issue. So now, what the issue is, I don't know. We could take guesses, but we will never know, like unless you're the best friend and you get them to admit it. But some people would never admit the real reason, right? Because like ego, pride, organs, all of that. But these are all like human nature, human emotions. That also plays a hand. Yes, sir. It was me against the world, sir. Well, it was me and Aku Brian against the world. And then Aku Brian quit the game. Like fuck, then it was just me. Yeah, Aku Brian just bankrupt over the website. Dude, like free-to-play extractors in Maplestory N has more credibility than like the whales. Like you can't take any shit that the whale says seriously. It's like it's all cap. It's all bullshit. Well, I mean, it's okay if you don't speak out at the beginning. But like, if you're not speaking out at the beginning, you have no right to speak out right now when the game is becoming like moving in a good direction. What character can run all the bosses? Bro, every single character can run the bosses. It's just the cost, right? Some characters are cheaper than others. Like if you play Blaze Wizard, you can still do all the bosses. You just gotta invest like 3 times more. Yo, I do it for the PC, man. Worth. Around what USD? That depends on what boss you want to do. If you're doing hard will, you're looking at like a 3 billion investment, right? So that's like what, $6,000. If you're not doing hard will, if you're doing like normal will, that's a lot cheaper, right? And then that's like, you're looking at $2,000. There's no shame in collecting like, a couple million in power crystals. It's like no shame at all. Like if you guys literally look at the disclosures and who's getting paid, like, for Maplestory friends, and who did the sell character protest on Discord, and who was like very positive about the game, like, and how strong their fucking characters are, and how much is like, it was like, well, it was 1,000 NXPC, so it's 100 mil. So, like if like 130 mil, 120 mil combat power whales is like getting 100 mil a month, and that keeps them happy. There's no shame with us. Man, I don't know what the fuck is happening with my connection. My stream keeps getting disconnected, but it's like stable. I think it's YouTube, because like my speed test is going fine. I'm not getting lag on Maplestory, so I think it's just YouTube. Yeah, like whatever. Yeah, if we DC, we're just gonna end the stream, boys. Like I don't wanna keep like rustling with this. We're just gonna end the stream like that. Guys, like honestly, even though I didn't get picked for MSU Friends, which I definitely deserve not to get picked. I think it's a good program. What I didn't like about it is like, including with this current program with the coordinator program, like they only like use Twitter as like the designated platform. Like I think they should have expanded to like all platforms. Because like the problem with Twitter is like it's mostly bots anyway, so like it's very difficult for you to reach to like a real player base to even try your game or like to get eyes on it. Like I think they should have like allowed every single platform and look at the numbers from the individual platform wise. Like that's my like honest opinion on that. Because I feel like that would have helped the game way more. Because I think they only do like X type of marketing. When they initially released the game, they have marketing on like YouTube. Like their YouTube pay sponsorship channels had like millions of views. Like because they bought YouTube ad space, and that caused like a lot of people to play the game on launch. But since then, I have not seen any YouTube ads for Maplestory. Like I only see like maybe like stuff on X, but like like X doesn't reach a lot of real players. I mean, yeah, like right now it's like it's all Twitter, right? It's all X posts. Oh shit, I forgot. Michael Bond. Okay, you know what? Fuck it, we take a 10-minute lazy ass break. Yeah. Let me just go AFK sickness. Take like a 10-minute lazy ass break. Dan earns a fuck ton of money a week. Not, I don't know how much he earns, but in general, here's the breakdown of Dan. So if you go to Maple Hub or Jimmy Bro's website and then look at how much Nisos and drops Amy is getting, Dan gets 30% of that. That's just the fee for like helping Amy clear all the bosses. Um, so that's that. Dan also does like hard wheel minimum clear because you know he has the knowledge and the hands to do it. Um, you know that helps a lot. So if you add that, you know that's like money there. Last week Amy got a berserk. He sold that shit. So I think Amy's entire revenue last week was like 300 mil. So Dan got 30% of that. So he got like 80, 90 mil off Amy alone. You know, plus whatever that he got himself. You know, I don't know how much he makes. Right? Just run through it. Just run through it. Like look up his character and then look at Amy's character. You know, so that's his money. That's how much he makes. But definitely like 100 mil plus a week easily. And he's free to play though. He's fully free to play. But obviously he doesn't like withdraw. He just reinvests everything back in. You know, maybe he withdraws a little bit here and there, but like not like a significant amount. He mostly just reinvests his character. I mean, Butter believes in Maplestory, you know, so he keeps reinvesting. So that's why, like, I think he's like what, 50, 60 million right now, free to play. But he's also a very good player, right? And in that he puts in the practice. You know, he trained himself. Cause you can't just say I just gonna clear bosses and then not practice, right? Everybody needs to practice. Yeah, I mean, I think Maplestory is his full-time job. Bro's like 12 hours a day on that shit. I mean, it's actually his full-time job. But it's good that he doesn't need the money now. But he's like treating it as a job. Because like if you need the money now, like there's no way for you to grow your character. I think for him is like he just needs Maplestory to like do really well one day, and then all his efforts will get like instantly pay off. Like that's the gamble he's taking, right? He believes in Maplestory. I mean, then just grinds 12 to 14 hours a day on Radiant Temple. I spoke about that in like the members channel, but I also spoke about that on the Niso video. So that's like what, 3 or 4 mil a week. That's like 4 mil a week for him. I mean, a 4 mil a day for him. Just from grinding alone. So 1 week is 28 million. And then, you know, like, he gets 30% from Amy, like I said, and then himself, he's like weekly balls, hard will, right? So that's, you know, like, about 150 mil a week. There's no, there is Adele Wells, right? There's like what? They're up and coming. They just haven't moved gear yet because their level's not ready. There's a lot of Adele's to still play at work. There's no point moving your gear if you're not 250. You're gonna have level suppression from Will. Once the Adele gets too low, 250, the Will's gonna move the gear over. Alright, boys, we're gonna go back to grinding. But honestly, like, I update the maps in the members channel. We can't update it in public because, you know, all the clowns is gonna go there, and then, you know, it makes everybody make less Nisos. Because the less people is in the map, the more Nisos there is. Yeah, I mean, Crazy used to grind 16 hours a day in like full-time Maplestory, right? Like, honestly, 400k an hour is still $1 an hour. I feel like, what, I believe the Indo minimum wage is like less than $1 anyway. So, you know, Crazy would have do well. But like, Crazy win, and he's like spending all his money again on like random ass Web3 games. If you look at his post on X. In Web 2, there is a guild skill. I think the guild skill also applies to KMS. I'm not 100% sure, but at least in GMS, there is a guild buff skill which gives you 30% ID, 30% crit damage, 30% boss damage. Yes, it's fucking OP. So yeah, there's that. And then, but after that, there is also a guild castle. But the guild castle system comes at 6 job. It's an active buff skill. Like, it lasts for 30 minutes. So what you do is, you know, you could buff for boss and then you pop the skill. And then you go into the boss with like a fuck ton of buffs. Which is OP though, like 30% crit damage and 30% IED itself is like huge. Especially the crit damage. Oh shit, I used the thing, and this is a yellow portal. Alright, you know, we're gonna have to skip the yellow portal, probably. No, I don't think Crazy is ever gonna, like, sit down on Maplestory and play it again. Because it's like, it's too hard for him. Like, he's not recovering from that. I don't think the guild skill gives crit rate. I could be wrong, but I think it's just crit damage. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what Crazen is doing. Like based on his Twitter posts, like brother is like leveling or making like level 210 and 220 character, which is like super inefficient. Like he's not listening to any advice that I've been talking about in the channel. Like not a single advice. Yeah, which is fine. You know, it's his account and how you want to play it is how you want to play it. But because he's not listening to advice, he's not playing efficient story. And because he's not playing efficient Maple story or efficient story, he's not progressing at a fast pace. And because he's progressing at a very, very slow pace, he's not making the Indo minimum wage. Because he's not making Indo minimum wage, he's not gonna want to play Maple story. Like that's what it is. So he's out there chasing for new Web3 games and spending money. And I think he's gonna take a loss. It's like there's not a lot of games out there that you could just like earn like that, you know? It's very difficult. I mean, like, even for you, Leggy, like, if you want to try, you could still make Indo minimum wage at Maplestory N. It's just a little bit harder, but it's still possible. Yeah, but like, Curry doesn't pay shit. I don't think he made it. I don't think he made it to the first curator challenge, which is 50 mil, 500 NXPC. Because that one is only the first 50 players or people can do that challenge. Or the mission or whatever you want to call it, right? I don't think Crazen got that. Dude, it's fucking wild though. Like that thing sold out of space in just in less than 30 minutes. I don't know the exact timing, maybe 15 minutes, but definitely less than 30 minutes. And like you have fucking whales fighting for that spot. Like it's crazy, dude. And then you have the same fucking whale complaining about the game. Like it's crazy. No, it's not more than 50. It's not more than 500. It's just 50 million. Like base. You have to win. You have to like win. Like try very hard to get like the top post to get more than 500 in XPC. I don't think the whales post is like top. At least I don't think so. But like, that's fucking crazy. Like you were happily taking the 500 NXPC. The game is great. And then all of a sudden, they announced the next challenge. It's not 500 NXPC. It's fucking 3 million power crystal. And then all of a sudden, fucking hell break loose. Yeah, no, 500 is the base, but like you have to win top 3 in post. Like top 3, it's very hard. There's a lot of like good posts out there. I don't think the whales post is gonna make top 3. I mean, you never know. Maybe they gave him top 3, but like at a glance, I don't think his post is making top 3. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I mean, we'll see. We'll find out. Wait, you replied to it? I didn't get that many replies on my among our video posts. I know a couple of people have replied to it, but I don't get a lot of posts. Or maybe I just didn't check. No, I only got 3 comments on that. Yeah, I got 3 comments on that. Alright, Niso is going down, boys. The Malay active zone. The Malay alive zone is up. Alright, you know what that means, boys? It means I could go to sleep soon. It means we'll go to sleep soon. And that's right, guys. You know, always go to sleep during the Malay active zone. Yeah, look, guys. Holy shit, we won 180 mil, 180%, all the way to 120%. You guys see that lag? 180%, 120%, right? Just for the lag. Yeah, this is like dog shit. Yeah, we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna finish. We're gonna finish the 4-minute, and then I'm gonna call it a day. We're gonna end stream, and then I go play a little bit of Frost Kingdom, and then I'll go to sleep. Yeah, I just don't want to grind when like, and the Niso is like really bad. Like, this is pretty bad. Yeah, you have to like avoid the Malays, man. The Malay active zone is like really bad for Nisos. The difference is big. Yeah, you're looking at like a difference of 400k versus like 300k, and at its peak Malay time, you're looking at 400k versus 200k. So it does make a big difference. I mean, for anybody who's treating Maplestory as a full-time job, you have to definitely adjust your work hours, right? Because otherwise you're just trolling yourself. But if you're playing Maplestory for fun, then it's fine. You don't need the money. But for the free-to-play out there, right? That's like using this as a job. Then you know you have to do it. Yo, is that a 1 Leon gun? Yeah, that is a 1 Leon gun. Yeah, look, yo, we have a 1 Leon brother. Yeah, 20 mil 1 Leon brother. Malay time is noon to midnight. Noon to midnight. That's like the Malay active zone. Not even midnight. It's like noon all the way to like um 2 or 3 a.m. It peaks at midnight. The midnight, the 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. midnight. That's like the hard peak Malay time. Cause like that's all the people who come off work or like they spend time with some family and they have like 2 hours of like gaming session. Like that's like the actual peak time. Like every fucking map is like 0. That's like the Malay peak time, the 2 or 3 hour dead zone, like actually dead zone. And that's like, like the 11 p.m. to like 1 a.m. That's like extremely, extremely bad, yeah. Like I don't even want to like grind at all at that time. I usually just like do my sickness boss runs then. Uh, or I go back to working. Go back to work. Or finish my chores, but that's like how I do it. Basically, like the Malay peak time is like this. The 40% ISO will be 0. Like all maps, like I'm talking about like every single map, like all of these maps will be 0. The arcade map, everything will be 0. Like that's like the Malay peak zone. Yeah, affects like every map. It's not just like one map. It's like literally every single map. And like that's like the best time for you to like take a break. Eat some food. Do what you gotta do, cause it ain't worth it. Now you guys can see like there's a lot less Nisos, right? Compared to like when I first started stream. Like you could just notice it, and it's gonna get worse. By the way, like when the Malay like peaks, it gets way worse. This is like actually like alright. You're still making, you're still probably making like 250k an hour, maybe like low 300k. But like once it gets like peaked, you're looking at like 100k or 150k, which is like really bad. But yeah, it is what it is, sir. All right, we're gonna go back to town. We're gonna collect our daily coupons. Okay, gotta do more. Okay, where's the pickup one? Is that here? Alright, so this is the trick. This is the trick I use, boys. We're gonna move our coupons first. So we use the one that expires first. Okay, and then now we drop the ticket, talk to this guy, pick up the ticket. And then round 2, always gamble round 2. Alright, coins or 3x, fuck it, 3x. Oh shit, we actually won. Alright, next, look at that next one. Alright, 3x again, nah, not worth it. You wanna keep the 3x. Yeah, that's our 3x, bro. And that, drop the ticket, talk to them, pick it up. That's right, boys. That's the tech. Oh shit. No, it's not new. No, if you have the ticket, use the ticket first. Fuck it. Oh no, we lost. Alright. I have 27 tickets, dude. You know how many like fucking coupons that is? No, if you drop it, you will use your ticket. You have 7 free attempts. But you use the ticket first, so you have to drop the ticket. If you don't drop the ticket, you drop the ticket too long. You have to. That's why you dropped it and you talk to it and you pick it up. Well, I don't know why you like dropped it. I don't know why you left it there. Every time you drop it, you gotta pick it up. YOLO. Oh shit, we won. Alright, we gotta exit. Alright, no, we gotta exit. This is like 3 wins. See, look at this. It's only been like 3 wins, and I got like a fuck ton of tickets already, dude. Like, the 27 tickets. There's no way I can finish. I mean, we'll figure it out. But at least I'm gonna like use up all my 3x, right? That's always the plan. Like, use up 3x first. Right now I have like way too much, so I just go for the reaching points. Like, you know, I balance, you know, what I have and what he gave me, right? Because like I have way too many, as I have way too many coupons, I try to go for like coins or like no stones or some shit like that. But you know, like for the most part, you always prioritize 3x. Because you're not gonna finish if you keep picking 2x. You're never gonna finish. Well, unless you play at work 20 hours a day. But yeah. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna claim it. I don't want to be greedy and then lose it. Yeah, I mean, you have your inventory open, right? So you could see whether you picked it up or not. So I literally see I picked it up, so you know, just no worry. Yeah, see, 7 over 7, that's the last one. 3x, always 3x. Left there. Oh no! Now the reason is you can't finish 2x. You can't finish. Like, bro, I literally play 40 hours a week and I can't finish. Like, I have 20 fucking tickets. Like, I can't finish, dude. I have another 12 coupons here, and I have all of these, and I Legion. I can't. Like, I'm doing 20 hours a week. I mean, I'm doing 40 hours a week and I can't finish. Like, it's the only way for you to finish if you play 60 hours or 80 hours a week. If you pay 2x, right? So that's why I paid 3x. Alright, before we end the stream, let's check if we lap Amy first. We refresh navigator. 34%. We lapped them, boys. We did it. Alright, this is where we at. We're at 36%. So yeah, we lapped them. So we could now go to sleep. Well, I'm gonna play a little bit of Frost Kingdom, and then I'm gonna sleep. But yeah, it's been good, boys. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you guys on the hard wheel stream. We're gonna try 4-man next week. We don't have a choice. We have to do 4-man because, as you guys can see, this is now 30%. Dude, like, I was struggling all week to find parties for 4-man. Like, people in Fang, they refuse to optimize the party. Everybody wanted to do 6-man, and then they realized this thing dropped to 30 mil. Like, everybody now wants to do 4-man, 5-man. They finally want to optimize. Because they realize, like, if you don't optimize your party for 4-man or like cut people out, like, you're not gonna get shit anymore. Because next week it's not gonna be 34%, it's gonna be 25. The reason is because a lot of more free to play is gonna get 990 arcane symbols, which means they're gonna become stronger, and so like more people is gonna be able to do hard will, as well as like people who didn't practice. Because like like if you put in 10 hours practice into will, like you'll be able to do it. Anybody can do it. Just like put in 10 hours and you're good to go. So now people family has decided that they wanna optimize. So I managed to finally found, well, confirm 4-man party just today. It's crazy. Like I was trying to find members all week, but it didn't get confirmed until today. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. So see you guys next time. Later.